Hey, what's up, guys? The Blacklist, part 2. So I think these are reasonable questions to ask. To ask of someone who essentially positions as I single-handedly changed the industry. 50 Oscars won, $27 billion in box office. Okay, let's make a distinction first. This side is the real Blacklist. This side is the Blacklist website. Okay? First question. How many Oscars have come out of this side, the website? How many? How much money has come out of this side? It's a reasonable question. Okay. On this side, there are probably thousands of people behind those scripts. You know, all the agents, all the managers, all the producers, all the studio execs. Do they get any credit for that? For these 50 Oscars and the $27 billion? Just asking. So the other thing he said is that this wasn't the idea for the Blacklist, wasn't like a stroke of genius intentional to try to change the industry. It was an accident. Okay, cool. Like, hey, it's a cool thing for a lot of writers over there, you know? I'm not saying it's not. But there should be a cutoff. Once Aaron Sorkin is on the list, that's a bit ridiculous, in my opinion. Who's next? Steven Spielberg? Chris Nolan? I don't really think Aaron Sorkin cares if he's on the Blacklist. That's just a guess. Okay. So, let me point out that every writer, 100% of them, have reps on this side. How else do you think that material got to the execs to vote on it in the first place? Okay, and a lot of them had producers and studio execs and that kind of stuff. So, and correct me if I'm wrong. If you know of one person on there that was unrepped, no producers, no rep, no nothing, tell me. Hit me down below. Okay, so that's different than over here. That's completely different. But it is a good marketing tool to say 50 Oscars and $27 billion. That will get people to sign up for your, service. It will. Okay. My ex had 4 on the Blacklist that I know of. Maybe there's more that I don't know of or I forgot or something. I'll show you. And I believe these are in order. So it goes by the name of Harvey. Goes by the name Harvey. Josh Ferris. See, there it is. Can you see it? Okay. Number 2, Charlie Johnson in the Flames. Justin Haith. Okay. And if you ever hear me tell a story where a writer made a crap load of money per week, that's him for fixing stuff. Next one, LA Rex, Will Bell. Notice agent, creative artist agency, Sherry Smiley, Jay Baker, manager, Management 360, Darren Friedman, producer Scott Rudin. Okay. So, Will already had his ball rolling at this point. Here's the next one. Gangster Squad, Will Bell, same writer. Same agents and managers, Warner Brothers, Lynn Pictures, Langley Park Pictures. Yeah, I put some notes on here. Wait, hold on. Did you catch it? Did you catch the insider stuff I just showed you? Maybe not. Let me show you again. What's the difference here? Look at the reps. Can you see it? What's the difference? Anything? The order is switched. There's a story behind that. Let's hit that real quick and then we'll get back to the blacklist. So you've probably heard me say, yeah, I had to manage an agent for 20 years. That's one of them. They're not just dumped in there just randomly. Those are in order of who's in first position on it. Okay? Same client, position switches. I told my ex, you need to watch yourself with Jay Baker. I don't trust him. He's trying to get into first position and push you back and internally poach. And then eventually you're out. He's a lead, that's it. She's like, I don't think so. And I said, okay, I just warning you, dude. You know, and look what happened. So I have no problem saying that because, you know, of the shitty thing Jay did to Jewel Ross, you know, with the racist shit. So I don't care. You know, I'll add him on that. He's poaching internally and shit. Back to the blacklist. Here's the thing. Big producers don't go to the blacklist because they don't need to. Okay? Maybe I should say it this way. I'm doing a test. I'm going to submit a script to the blacklist, and it's a script that was already vetted by one of Franklin's friends, a producer who's won multiple Oscars. Okay? I'm going to change my name on the script to the name I used when I first got signed at CAA. Then I'm going to change the title of the script, and I'm going to shoot it in, and I'm going to get my read. And if the read comes in low, that's a reader saying they're smarter than this producer. I don't think they are. Do they have 3 Oscars and a bunch of money? I bet not. Okay? So, secondly, if I get an 8, I will send it in for coverage again to try to get that coveted second 8. If I get 2 8s, then I move up to the, what do they call it? The recommended pile, slush pile. That producer is not going to read these scripts. There's no way, you know? So I went around the blacklist. The producers you're getting over here are low level, dude. I pulled one of them up. Yes, they're a real producer, but their last film was nominated for a Razzie. This is not, if you do like high level shit, good shit, you do not want your shit going to that producer. And you had to spend all this money to get 2 8s to go to that producer? You've got to be kidding me. This is not a good model for screenwriters. It isn't. Okay? Here's a question. Here's my last question. If this is such a good model, why can't Franklin make it work for himself? You ever thought of that? You ever looked up, he's a producer, right? You ever looked up his movies? I did this morning. And it was his biggest one, the box office gross worldwide was 187,000. That is not a hit. Tomato meter of 11. Splat. That is not a hit. Maybe he should sign up for the blacklist, you know. I'm gonna say this here too, because if Franklin, you know, ever saw it, the money I made commission off Gone Girl is more than the entire box office for his biggest hit. It's a lot more. Okay? Off one gig. Okay. Moving on. The very last thing I'll say is a lot needs to be fixed over here for transparency. There's virtually no transparency on the Blacklist website. There's transparency over here because there has to be, because you have a bunch of, hundreds and hundreds of agents and managers and executives. There has to be transparency because they're in the real industry. The last thing I'm going to say is the fact that big writers are ending up on the blacklist now. Okay, you want to do it that way? Seems a bit goofy to me. Why not have an offshoot of it? So it's writers who are repped and all of that. But, they cannot have been produced. And guess what you could call it? Blacklist-ish. Okay? Later.